Hello, beautiful people. So we are doing Capricorn season for Leo. All right, Leo, this is what you should energetically focus on for Capricorn season. Let's find out what you're currently experiencing, what will help you get into alignment. We're going to ask about somebody that is on your mind, so start thinking about that person and what the suggestion is. All right, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you are making sure that you're tending to your seeds. All right, Leo. What are my Leos meant to be aware of? 10 of Cups. Celebrations. Leo, Capricorn season for my Leos. Aw, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got the 5 of Cups here. You have the High Priestess. You have the Chariot card. You have the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Cups. 2 more cards, please, for Leo. So the message that I'm getting for my Leos is that you're taking a road down memory lane regarding the things that have brought you happiness, the things that have brought you sentiment is the main message that I'm getting. Source is telling me that you are in a process right now of focusing on your career, dear Leo, and focusing on how to create things of more value in your life. Now, part of the reason that you're so focused on your money or on creating something that is based on solid foundations is because it's telling me that there's a part of you that's melancholy about your current emotional state of affairs. It's telling me my Leos are feeling very much like their life isn't feeling filled with the kind of love that they foresaw for themselves. And because you're not feeling connected to that kind of love, I'm not saying that you're not in relationships. Some of you guys are full on married. Some of you guys have been in a relationship for a long time. Some of you guys are single. But this feeling, this energetic connection to not your heart not meeting the story that you foresaw yourself living into is the energy that is sitting on top of you right now. And the reason that this energy is sitting on top of you is so that you can remember how to evoke the kind of love that you're seeking to feel, right? Because if you've given up on that kind of love, then you're never going to find it and you're never going to feel it, because when we give up on dreams, do they happen? No, it's impossible, right? We need to give the fire wood in order for it to keep burning. And so Source is saying, Leo, if you are seeking for someone to give you wood for your fire, you're going to go cold. You know, you're going to get cold because the fire's going to go out and then you're going to be fucking freezing. Source is like, you need to fill your fire with your own aspirations, your own dreams, your vision, so that the fire burns so warm that somebody else wants to like be close to that fire, help you keep that fire going. Source is saying to me, taking a trip down memory lane in regards to when you felt that feeling, if you ever felt that feeling of true partnership with another, is what you're doing right now. But Source is like, do it as a trampoline jump off point to see and evoke and create a clear vision of what you really truly desire to live into. Because Source is saying you have the 9 of Cups here, you have the Knight of Rods, and you have the Hierophant. And it says, if you don't ask, it can't be given. If you don't ask for what you want, it can't be given. right? Like, if you go to a restaurant and you just sit there and you don't speak what it is that you would like from the menu, somebody will continue to bring you something off the menu, but will it be something that you want? Well, sometimes it will be and sometimes it won't be. And so it's like, you don't go to a restaurant and just sit there and go, just give me whatever's on the menu that you feel is right for me. No, you fucking take a time and you sit there and you decide, this is going to satiate this for me. It's going to satiate my hunger. And Source says that is how you're meant to treat love. And Source says, comparing this present moment to your past is fine, but if you live in your past, you can't create a future. You can't create a future from the past because you can't jump into the paradigm of the past. You can't change what's happened. You can't live there. And living in your past prevents you from, creating your future. An additional message that I'm getting for my Leos is that you need to do a reboot in regards to what you think is possible and what you really want. A cleaning the palette per se. Like when you go have sushi, how they give you ginger to like clean your palate so you can enjoy the next thing that you're about to consume. Source is saying that is what needs to happen before you move to this next chapter of love in your life. You need to cleanse your palate of whatever seems to still be on your palate, because you can't really taste something for what it actually is if your palate is unfortunately not clean. All right, think of someone that you would like a message from, and this is going to be a message from them. Leo. And you have a dream come true relationship here once you step out of living in the past. And once you start asking for what it is that you want, but you don't know what you want right now. You just don't. So you need to clean the palette so you know what you want. So you can ask for it so you can get it. Can happen here within the next 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. So let's not make it 7 years. The person that you're seeking to hear or know about is in a place of getting motivated to heal fully, to become more creative. It tells me that if you have someone in your life that you are seeking to be with, dear Leo, they are walking through the portal of shadow and healing. And what will help them reach a level of healing is creativity. So if you can inspire them to be creative with themselves, they'll be able to show up more whole, more full in your life. All right, let's find out what you're meant to align to for the next 20 days or so. Dear Leo. Leo, the scorpion, the firefly, and the bee. Interesting. Source is saying to me for you not to, what Source is saying to me, be stealth. Be stealth until you know where you're going. Don't ask anyone. Source is saying stop asking permission for each change in your life. In order for you to be definitive about what it is that you want, it has to be completely something you commit to, and then you share it with others because you're already doing it. And so Source is saying be stealth. Be stealth for the next 20 days or so. And then once you've made the decision, share it with others. All right. I hope this helped you. Claim this message if you wish, and I will see you on the next one.